Hello students, I'm Cynthia from GEMS Polytechnic College and I'm handling a subject called Estimating and Costing. Okay, so the subject code is 1615503. Okay, so we are entering into lecture 10. Okay, so in this lecture we are going to learn about what are the detailed specifications of various items of work. Okay, we are going in this topic for last and this lecture, right? So in this, what are the detail what work specification we are going to learn? So in this lecture 10 we are going to learn the detailed specifications of PCC in foundation and partly glazed and partly paneled shutters. Okay, so that detailed specification we are going to learn in this lecture 10. Okay. So what are the contents of the lecture? Okay, so PCC for foundation concrete, then what is machine mixing, then what is hand mixing, then what is about laying and compacting, then partly paneled and partly glazed window shutters. Okay, what are the specifications of it? Then what is the meaning of paneling and what is about glazing? Okay, so these are the contents of the lecture here. So in this lecture we are simply going to learn about the detailed specifications of PCC for foundation concrete and partly paneled and partly glazed window shutters. Okay, so the first one, PCC for foundation concrete. So PCC means what? It is a plain cement concrete, right? So PCC 1 is to 4 is to 8. So what are the things we are going to use for PCC? Cement, fine aggregate and coarse aggregate, right? So 1 for cement, then ratio 4 for fine aggregate, then 8 for coarse aggregate. Okay, so so PCC means what? It is a construction material used as a binding for used for a binding purpose, right? So for that purpose only we are using PCC. Okay, so the reason for providing PCC, for to provide a rigid impervious bed to RCC in foundation before starting a RCC or masonry work. Okay, it is nothing but before starting a construction work, before started doing RCC work or masonry work, we need to provide PCC. Okay, so for what purpose? To provide a rigid impervious bed to RCC in foundation. Okay, for the we can say for strengthening purpose, or we can say for so it is placed over soil and vibrated thoroughly to make it an even surface. Okay, so for that purpose only it is used. Okay, so okay, first one is cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. Okay, for so first one is about cement. Okay, so we can use ordinary Portland cement. Okay, so the ordinary Portland cement shall be used. The cement shall conform to IS 269/1958. Okay, so according to this code only we can use the cement. Okay, code books. Okay, then cement remaining in store for more than 60 days. Okay, it is nothing but if you are purchasing the cement and it is in store for more than 16 days means first we have to check. Okay, we have to give that cement for test. If the test result is okay means if we can use for our building means only we can use that cement. Okay, otherwise we should not use that cement. Okay, if it is for more than 60 days means it will get spoiled, right? So based on the test result only we can use that cement. Okay, so cement means it is nothing but we can use ordinary Portland cement according to the code book IS 269/1958. Okay, so if it is more than 60 days in store means we need to check, and after that only we can use that cement. Okay, so next one is what? Coarse aggregate. Okay, so coarse aggregate can be, okay, coarse aggregate means how it can be. The specifications of coarse aggregate of PCC foundation means what are they? It shall be of hard broken stone of granite or similar stone, which is free from dust and other organic materials. Okay, so it should be of the stone ballast shall be of 40 sized and well graded so that the voids do not exceed 42 percentage. Okay, so ballast means what? Ballast means it is nothing but a material like gravel, right? So that coarse aggregate material, okay, the size of the coarse aggregate should be 40 mm, okay. So that is about coarse aggregate, okay. This is the specification of coarse aggregate in PCC foundation work, okay. Then fine aggregate. Fine aggregate means it shall be of coarse sand consisting of hard, sharp and angular grains and shall pass through the screen of 4.75 okay. So you have already learned about sieve analysis, right? So sieve analysis, what we have studied, for using a fine aggregate, we have one square mesh, right? 4.75 square mesh, okay. If the fine aggregate will pass through that 4.75 square mesh only, we can use that fine aggregate for the PCC work, okay. So that is this. So the sand shall be of standard specifications. It should be clean and it should be free from dust, dirt and organic matters, okay. So coarse aggregate, we are going to use 40 size. Then fine aggregate, the fine aggregate which pass through the 4.75 square mesh, okay. So water, next one is water, right? So water should be, it should be clean and free from the alkaline and acid matters, and only potable water can be used, okay. So it should be clean, water should be clean for using of PCC work. Then what are the proportions, okay. The proportions of concrete shall be of 1:4:8, that is the cement and sand and ballast, okay. Then stone aggregates and sand shall be measured with a box. So in the left side, in the right side, you can see one box, right? So through this only we can measure the stone aggregate and sand, okay. Then one bag of cement should be considered as 1/30 cubic meter. The size of measured box may be off. So what is the size of one bag of cement means? If it is asked in the question, means we need to know 35 centimeter into 35 centimeter into 28 centimeter, okay. So this is the size of one bag of cement, okay. So the size of the measured box is similar like 30 centimeter cross 30 centimeter cross 38 centimeter, okay. So then all the materials we are using, it should be dry, okay. Then if damp sand is used, compensations can be made. Then mixing, okay, for how we can mix the sand and coarse aggregate, fine aggregate and cement. So it can be of two methods, right? It shall be of machine mixing or it shall be of hand mixing, okay. So there are two types of it. So the first one is machine mixing, okay. So in the right side you can see, right, this is called machine mixing, okay. So how we can do the machine mixing, okay. So the measured quantity of dry coarse aggregate shall be first placed in the hopper, okay. This shall be followed with a measured quantity of fine aggregate. So first we have to put in that machine, we are going to put the coarse aggregate. After that we are going to use the quantity of fine aggregate. Last only we are going to put the cement, okay. So after adding these three materials, we need to mix this, okay, we mix this in a four, in the third line you can see the dry materials should be mixed for at least 4 turns of the drum, okay. So we need to mix thoroughly, okay. Then after that, after mixing, we need to add some quantity of water, okay. Then the material shall be mixed for a period of not less than 2 minutes until a uniform color, and for before for getting a consistency, okay, for concrete. If we have to mix by using machine mixing, first we have to add the coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, after that cement, after that we have to mix it, after that we have to add the water, okay, so that we can get the correct consistency. Then the time shall be counted from the moment all the materials have been put into drum, okay. This is about machine mixing, sir. By this procedure only we are doing machine mixing, okay. So the next one is what? Hand mixing. Okay. So the mixing shall be carried out on smooth watertight platform. Okay. First, the mixing can be done in a water. Okay, without water platform. Okay, there only we can offer suitable size so that we can mix it correctly, or we can do it in a good manner. Okay. So first step is mixing shall be carried out on a smooth watertight platform of suitable size. First point. Then the second one is what? The platform shall be so arranged that the mixing water shall not flow out. Okay, we are mixing, right? So the water we are adding for having a concrete, that should not flow out. Otherwise, we have some count of water, right? So the platform should be arranged that the mixing water shall not flow out. Okay, that platform only we need to use. Then cement and sand shall be thoroughly mixed to give a uniform color of cement and sand. Okay, after that we have to mix. Then first we have to mix the cement and sand. After we get the uniform color of cement and sand, we need to add the coarse aggregate. Okay, so after adding coarse aggregate, mix shall be turned 3 times in dry condition and 3 times after adding the water. We need to mix 3 times in dry condition. After that we need to add some water so that we can get the concrete. Okay, so this is about hand mixing. Then next one is what? Laying and compacting. Okay, so the bed of foundation trench shall be light sprinkled with water before the concrete is laid. Okay, before laying a concrete, water should be sprinkled in the bed foundation trench. Okay, then the second point is what? The concrete should be laid slowly and gently in layers. Okay, not more than 20 centimeters. We need to gently lay the concrete. Then the third one is what? During the consolidation, concrete should be kept free from earth, dirt, leaves and other foreign matters. Okay, so during the consolidation, mixing before for getting a good consolidations, the concrete should be kept free from dirt. Okay, so that it will be good. So consolidation means what? It is a process of inducing a closer arrangement of solid particles, right? So in a freshly mixed concrete to reduce voids, it is used. Okay. So then iron hammer. Okay, iron rammers it is mentioned, right? So in the down image you can see, right, that is called as iron rammer. It will be like that. Then this is the layer where we can lay and compact. Okay, the concrete. Then the next one is what? The consolidation should be checked by water test. Then the water level should not sink more than 1.2 centimeter in 15 minutes. So if we through this test and result only we can get whether we have done correct laying and compaction or not. Okay. The next one is what? Curing. Okay, so concrete after completion shall be kept wet for a period of at least 7 days. Okay, we have to do curing for at least 7 days. Okay, then next one is what? Measurements. Measurements shall be taken in cubic meter for the finished concrete. Okay, so the measurement shall be, we have to take the measurements in cubic meter. Then the length and the breadth shall be measured correct to 1 centimeter and depth correct to 0.5 centimeter. So in the image you can see, right, this is a curing process. Just pouring water, right? For concrete after completion we need to cure for at least 7 days of work. Okay. Okay, so that is about that PCC foundation. Then next one is partly paneled and partly glazed window shutters. Okay, so this is in the image you can see, right? This is called as partly paneled and glazed window. Okay, paneled means we are using some wood like material, right? So timber or something. Okay, so this is called as paneled window. Glazed window means it is nothing but using the glass. Okay, glass like material for windows or doors or some structures. Okay, so glazing means what? It derives from a word glass. Okay, glass only. That work is called as for doing a glass work, right? That is called as glazing. Okay, so it is a part of, it may be a part of wall or window, okay, made of glass. That is called as glazing. Okay, so in the image you can see, right, this is called as partly paneled and partly glazed window. So first one is what? Timber. Okay, so timber to be used shall be of Indian teak wood, well seasoned, uniform in color. Okay, then free from sapwood, knots, shakes, rot and twigs, bends. Okay, it should be clean and neat for using in the windows. Okay, then the maximum permissible moisture content for timber should be 12%. Then timber shall be planed smooth and accurate to the full dimensions. then any patching or plugging shall not be permitted unless specified. Okay, if we need only the patching or plugging, we can permit. Okay, so for using the windows, okay, for windows, we need to use timber, right? So these are the specifications of it. Then paneling. Okay, so what does it mean by paneling? Paneling means it is an architectural element often installed in residential or commercial building. It is used for like a decoration purpose only we are using. Okay, they often used to change the look of the wall. Okay, for to change the look of the wall, paneling work is done. Then but may also be installed to help to it is also used to protect the wall from the damage. Okay, we can see some uniformity, right? If we do panel work means so that for that purpose only we are doing the paneling work. Okay, so the what are the specifications here? The panel shall be framed into grooves to the full depth of groove, leaving in the airspace of 1.5 mm, and the faces shall be clearly fitted to the sides of the groove. Okay, then molding to the edges of panel openings. Okay, these are the specifications of paneling work. So the next one is what? Joinery work. Okay, so joinery means what? Joining pieces of wood, particularly lighter and more ornamented work than that done by a carpenter, including furniture and fittings of a house or ship, etc. Okay, so joinery means it is joining the pieces of wood. Okay, that is called as for windows it will be used, right? Then join so what are the specifications here? So joinery work shall be started immediately after the commencement of a building work. Then all pieces shall be accurately cut and planned. Then the stiles and rails shall have 12 mm groove in paneled portion for the panels to fit in. Okay, this is about joinery work. Then glazing. Okay, so glazing means what? It is a glass work. Okay, it described the work done by the professional glazier. It is a glass work. Okay, that is called as glazing. Okay, then glazing can serve to color, decorate, or waterproof of an item. It gives a tough surface. It is also used on stoneware. Okay, it is a glass work. The sizes for the opening for glassing shall be as detailed on the drawing. Unless otherwise specified, 7.5 kilogram per meter cube glass or plain or and conforming to the specifications. Then the glass panel shall be properly cut to fix in rebate of the frames. So before glazing work, the shutters shall be given with the primary coat. Then rebate shall be put first, and the glass panels shall be then pressed into position. Okay, so this is about glass work. Okay, glazing means it is just a glass work. Okay, so this is about this one. Then fixers and fastenings. Okay, so what is in the image you can see, right? You can clearly see what is fixers and fastenings. Okay, so for the works for the door or glass work, we have seen this fastenings and fixtures, right? So for fitting something it is used. Okay, so the details of fittings to be provided shall be as per the schedule of fittings supplied by the engineer in charge. Okay, then the cost of providing and fixing shall be paid separately. Then fittings shall conform to the specifications. Okay, then when fittings are stipulated to be supplied by the department free of cost, screws for fixing the fittings shall be provided by the contractors, and nothing extra shall be paid for the time. So fixtures means for fitting the windows or doors it is used. Then wooden cleats and blocks. Okay, it shall be fixed to windows as directed by the engineer in charge. Then measurements. Okay, in the image you can see that that is called as wooden cleat and blocks. Okay, then it shall be fixed to the windows. Okay, then measurements. The length and the width of the shutters shall be measured to the nearest centimeter in closed positions, covering the rebates of the frame. Okay, the measurement will be in measured to the centimeter. Okay, the limit of the measurements shall be of square meter. Then summary. Okay, so in this section we have discussed about PCC for foundation concrete, then how to do machine mixing, then how to do a hand mixing, then how to lay and compact, then the specifications for partly paneled and partly glazed window shutters, then what is paneling, then what is glazing. Okay, so these are the things we have learned in this lecture 10. So in the next lecture 11, we are going to see the detailed specifications of a AC sheet roof. Okay, so these are the books we need to refer for this estimating and costing subject. So estimating and costing in civil engineering, BN Datta. Then estimating and costing specification and valuation in civil engineering, M Chakraborty. Then estimating and costing, SC Rangwala. Then estimating and costing, GS Birdi. Then estimating and costing, Bharat Bhushan Johindra Kohli. Okay, so these are the books we need to refer for this subject. So this is about lecture 10. So we'll continue with the lecture 11 with the by studying the detailed specifications of AC sheet roof. Okay, thank you.